Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be teaching you how to get better at 1v1s by learning from 5 mistakes you're probably making. The 5 mistakes are consistency, your decision making, your placement. You'll find out what that means in a bit. Number 4 is your camera settings. Number 5 is most important, knowing the opponent. So yeah, before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like the video in a bit. And with that, let's get right into it. Alright, so this morning I played 4 1v1 games, and that's what I'm going to be going over, where I found all of the mistakes that I made or my opponent made. So yeah. Alright, so consistency. Now, consistency. Big part of 1v1s is consistency. So, right here, you need to know your kickoff. You need to know how to do it well. I know myself, and I know I tend to mess up, which is why my kickoff is kind of forgiving. Right here, I mess up the kickoff. But I already know that if I flick forward, I can get towards the ball, and he doesn't just score an empty net. This eventually leads to a goal, but that's mainly just because I got a little lucky. Alright, so later in the match, I do it again. Same way too. So, proof yet again. You need to know your kickoffs. You need to know your aerials. You need to, if you're going to do anything that has a possible risk, you need to practice and practice and practice so that you get consistency. You need to do training packs. You need to free play. Alright, decision making is a very important part of ones. I mess up my flick right here. Look, I slow it down. Changes of pace in a game, they really kind of throw the other guy off. They make him go into a bad position. See, look, I slow it down. Let's go to his perspective. Alright, look. He goes backwards, but too much. And then I get a good challenge, because I know that I need to challenge right then and there. And it leads to a goal. Very nice. A big part, the thing is, decision making is very situational. Right here, I probably should have gone back for boost. I didn't. That puts me in a bad place. This guy wins the 50, and he gets an empty net, and I have no boost. So, decision making depends on the boost. It depends on the situation. It depends on a lot of things. So you can't just kind of like can't challenge all the time. Alright, right here. Look, I decide to challenge right then and there. Bad decision. He gets past me, gets an open net. So, oh, whoops. Alright, so decision making is very important because the main thing you're trying to do in a 1v1 is get past the opponent so that you A, have an empty net, or B, already have shot and scored. So, right there, I shouldn't have gone for that. I should have gone back. Should have given him a little more space. So yeah. Alright, so your placement. Look at this. His save right here. He hits it right back to me. I have an empty net and he's flailing around in the air. So, for saves, every time you make a save, you want to clear it to the corner or just get it as far away as possible as you can. Just far away from the player, the opponent. Right here, he hits it right back to me. That ends up in a goal. I do the same thing earlier. I don't know where. Sec. Right here. I make a bad save. It bounces right in front of the goal. To be honest, I got really unlucky there. But still though, I should have aimed it for the corner. You aim your saves for the corners or away from the player, you avoid these empty net goals, which happen more often than you think. Alright. Your camera settings. People tend to have very different camera settings. People that don't use somebody else's camera settings tend to just have either extremely zoomed out camera settings or extremely zoomed in. That's just what works for them. And I feel like pro settings are the middle ground. Like right now I use Squishy's old settings. I don't know if they're old, I don't know, to be honest. So I'll show you these. These might not work for you. Most of the time it's all about it's about like how you play the game. See, for ones, I like these. They're nice, they're close to the ground, so you get a good viewpoint when you're dribbling or when you have to make a quick aerial. If these don't work for you, find somebody's that do. I know, like a lot of pros also have different settings. They're all relatively the same, except for like Cookser. He has crazy settings, but this is just what works for me. I like it. If this doesn't work for you, find something that does. There are a lot of players with different camera settings. I know Lethamir, he has very interesting settings, but the point is, some pros have different settings, some have similar ones. So find whichever ones work for you. This might take a bit, but it's really worth it. It helps you with your twos, it helps you with your ones, helps you with your ground game, and just seeing your opponent and the ball easier. So, look at this. He likes to challenge a lot. You notice that on the scoreboard. I also like to challenge a lot. Look at my shots versus my goals. This is the first game of the day. I like to play really aggressive. That's what I used to do in Platinum, back when I was stuck in Platinum. Alright? So, this guy, he also likes to play aggressive. Even more aggressive than me. He has 8 shots. He has 3 goals. Clearly, he needs to be making more of his shots. Me, like, this tells you a lot. This tells you when they're gonna challenge. It's like, it gives you a good chance. See, look, I know he's gonna go right for it right there. It gives me that actually wins me the game. Like right here, I know. Look, let's go to him. He's not waiting around. He challenges immediately. He doesn't go back and shadow. Just immediately challenges. That wins me the game. Alright, let's go towards the end of the game. Well, middle. Middle is a good point. This guy left early. Alright, so look, I have 2 shots and 2 goals. This guy has 6 shots and 6 goals. After the first game, I started to play less aggressive, because it pays off way more than being extremely aggressive all the time. So yeah, this guy, he likes to challenge very often. I take that into account a lot. You're like right here, I know he's about to challenge it. That ends up with me getting a good bump on him, and then me scoring. You have to know the opponent. It helps so much when you know when they're going to challenge and how early they're going to challenge. This helps you with your dribbles. This helps you with your flicks. It's just very helpful. Like, this is honestly, it helps a lot. This is, but again, you can't really do this right off the bat. It gives you a good idea, but look, like towards the end, 8 shots. He has two. No, he has 8 shots and 2 goals. He's playing too aggressive. His chances are not quality. That's honestly a big part of why he lost and actually left the game early. His chances are not quality. He's challenging too early, and that just leaves him in a bad position. It leaves me scoring empty nets. So know your opponent, and it will immediately make your life easier. Alright. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Aside from that, I was thinking of something else. It just slipped my mind. Oh yeah, turn off. Listen, if you get super triggered when somebody's talking a bunch of crap in a game, turn off chat. That's how I got past platinum. Like everybody in platinum is very salty. So I literally just turned off chat because when somebody gets in your head, it honestly gives them the advantage. So I'm not saying you should be mean and get in their head. Like, you can just win. You should honestly be winning based on skill, not on being salty. But don't let them get in your head, because the higher you get, the more and more salty people become, because the more skill they have to back up for it. So yeah, platinum is where it starts though. It might be a little bit in gold, but platinum is where the salt starts. If you're around platinum, turn off the chat for once. For twos, you have to just put on team only. It helps. Helps with the feedback, because a lot of people are salty in twos too. So yeah, sometimes your teammate can be salty, but you still have to communicate with him, or if you're going for the ball or not. But yeah, that's honestly all I have to say. Hope you liked this video. It was a little longer than I expected, but hey, whatever. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will probably be making a twos video. It's gonna be similar to this. I hope I can make it shorter though. So yeah. That's gonna be all. If you want more freestyling content, like if you don't like to play ranked too much, you want to have fun, go check out my freestyling playlist. It should be on the left. And I don't know.